The stream has started.
Okay. We're jumping into it. We're playing maids.
Playing maiden.
We're playing the maids. Thank you guys for indulging me in this maid fantasy. Okay, so as you've been briefed, this is a scenario which takes place about 4 years after the end of the campaign. It is a lovely spring day, and as in many spring days, babies are on everyone's mind. And Lady Sarandaro is pregnant. Huzzah! She and her main entourage, that is her and her husbands, the Masters Walton and the Master Elian Varia, of course, are planning to move to the countryside where they can raise their children away from the bustle of the city. And that's mixed news for you guys, the staff, who don't want to get laid off when the move happens. So, you know, she's only taking her best, essentially. It would really suck if you had to look for a new job in this post-slavery antebellum economy. It's not pretty out there. You really like this job. So if you want to make her short list, you're going to have to really impress the lady over the next few days to a week, let's say. All right, so besides, Lady Sarandaro, your ins for getting on that short list might be through Master Walton or Master Elian. They could possibly put in a good word for you. There's also Ms. Freeling, who is your boss. You probably also don't want to piss off Ms. Freeling. She's half devil, so it's kind of scary. You don't know what that's about. Yeah, so the game is you win favor points by either impressing Lady Sarandaro or by winning combats with each other. And I'll sort of explain as we go how combats work. But all rolls are essentially a d6 times the attribute bonus that you're going to use to complete the action. And the attribute bonus, or the action that you're going to complete, like you're going to try to do, you guys kind of decide what that is. So like a hypothetical example would be if you were trying to wake up Lady Sarandaro in the morning, how would you do this? Would you give her an affectionate caress? That could be an affection roll. Hello. Could you use like whatever you could argue, like luck. Perhaps you happen to trip and fall and make a loud noise, and that you can use their luck stat for that. I don't know. You kind of make your argument to me, what you're going to try and do, and we have you kind of roll it. And when you guys are competing against each other, for like at the same time, you're trying to do the same action at the same time. That's when you're rolling against each other, and that's when you guys are going to take stress damage. And stress is like inverse of HP. It exceeds your spirit. You're basically kind of knocked out temporarily, and you must roleplay your stress explosion, which for some of you is crying, freaking out, drinking. I don't know, what else do we have on here? Obsessive praying. Yeah, there's some good ones in here. So that kind of like knocks you out of the rest of the day's activities, and that sort of knocks you out of your chance to win more favor for the day. And basically the winner is whoever has the most favor. Yeah.
Cool.
So, maids have assembled at the.
I don't expect it.
Oh, okay. So maids have assembled at the beginning of the week. It is your morning meeting, which you have to sort of get your tasks for the week, and you've sort of been briefed on. You've been briefed by your boss. Oh, nice! Wow. Okay. Damn. You've been briefed that it's kind of the final week, the final few days before the move. Everybody, please try your best, and please try not to think about getting fired. We still have a lot of work to do. We have work packing the house, and then so you're all lined up there. Why don't you go ahead and go around and describe your maids, introduce yourselves. We got Maid Team Alpha coming on deck. We need a special Maid Team Alpha task force. You three look lovely today. What are your names? Let's start with you, Cat Ears.
What? My cat maid's name is Mona.
Oh,
Spelled such as like just one name.
gotcha.
She's a cool cat. Plenty of love to give. Very pure-hearted gal. Often she wins Miss Aldi's affection by just walking to a room, arms crossed, and just going "owo."
Oh, okay, nice.
making the "owo" face, and that wins me most of the time. Some smile points.
Aldi is into it. Aldi is into the personal attention. It's nice. Sometimes.
Try to make sure I got try to get on the more emotional side, try to be in touch with all these emotions. I guess that's really it. All I got for right now.
Nice. All right. What about Miss Lapel?
Hi.
Miss Flower.
Hi, my name is Shibari. I speak in a really low voice.
Very good. Excellent.
Oh, should we have done our voices too?
If you want, that'll be pretty.
Mona talks like this, yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Oh no!
Very good.
Oh no!
Mona's all here, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of introverted, and I try to just stay out of the way and make sure everything is just as it should be, so that she never really needs to call on me. It's just everything is just ready.
Nice. Miss Aldia appreciates that work ethic. Oh God, Callie's going nuts. All right, what about Sword Maid? What's Sword Maid got going on?
I am Annalise von Coden.
Nice.
This maid is standing at attention, waiting for first orders from Mrs. Freeling. She is a tireless worker, is usually the first to arrive each morning, ready for the day's tasks, and always seems to complete her assignments with ease.
Wow, what a crack team.
With military precision.
That's good. I it seems that I've picked excellent candidates for Maid Team Alpha. We're having Miss Aldia has some errands to run today, so I have selected you three to go with her. She's going to need some things lifted. So why don't you all run along and get the carriage ready, and have a excellent day. Go team. You all do your little salute.
Yeah.
So, what kind of salute is this?
What?
What kind of salute are we doing?
I don't know. You
Whatever
just
you'd like.
whatever you want.
I put my hands, make a cat pose near my chin. I don't know.
That's a
And
good
then
one.
I go off towards the cart.
I do like a classic soldier salute. Like I've just been given like a combat assignment.
Shibari does a curtsy.
Nice.
Sweet. Everyone's very on point. So you guys go. You go out to the stables. You gotta get that carriage ready. And Lady Sarandril sort of comes out of the house, sort of tapping her foot, waiting for you guys to pull up. How are you guys going to drive the lady about on her errands?
So I open the door and take out like, I assume there's a stepping kind of thing on the carriage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little
A little step
on.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, so get that set up for her.
All right. What are you other guys doing?
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that wow, what's the word for horse things?
Equestrian.
like the
the tack.
Sure.
yes, like
Okay.
all the yes. I'm gonna go, dress the horse up, get it ready for like attached to the carriage and everything. I'm gonna make sure that all the buckles are buckled and everything is as it should be and safe because we don't want any mishaps. The lady of the house is very pregnant and she should be protected.
To clarify, she's barely 3 months pregnant.
Okay, so she's not extremely pregnant, but she still is.
Well, if she were a Lexi pregnancy, she would be like overwhelmingly like almost popping by now. So
Once I know what the horse is, I'm going to inspect all the wheels, the spokes, the axle of the carriage, make sure everything is shipshape.
Damn. All right.
Well, I'm not so good with all that heavy burden stuff. So I'm gonna clean the inside. I get my little feather duster out and I start like just dusting the inside. Zombies can't be running around in something so dirty or like hasn't been dusted. And she'll dust the interior around, and then she'll also like look around on the outside for any kind of like spots, and she'll just be like when no one's looking, she'll give it a quick lick and then just like rub her thumb on it like.
Right on. So okay.
And I make sure there's enough room in the carriage for whatever she's buying.
Okay. Well, that's you guys are really cooperative, actually. The lady's quite impressed. For that, you all win 2 points of favor. So go ahead, jot that down on our system.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have in your briefing sort of just a note you can use your favor points. And I think in like the simplified rule set that I'm going with, you can really only use them to decrease your stress. So, just a heads up.
Gotcha.
All right. So, looking pretty good. You guys are driving. Sort of get there. You wait in the carriage for the lady to finish up whatever she's doing in the shop. And someone comes out, sort of a groom or manservant, comes out with a big, heavy set of things. And someone's going to have to make an athletics check or an athletics roll to attempt to get the shit in and loaded.
Allow me, Miss Aldia. How do I roll that?
Okay, so anyone who's going to try and lift something, you're going to roll 1d6 and then multiply the result by your athletics. which in this case, since Johnny has 0 athletics, he cannot actually win the lifting.
Yeah, I'm here trying. I'm not jumping at this opportunity.
All right, so you're gonna sit it out.
Can we do this together, or is it just one person?
So the way this game is set up is you kind of want to compete for the opportunity to do it.
Oh, okay.
So if you're doing it, then you're fighting Annalise
Okay, so
to do it.
so very quickly I go to get this chest or whatever.
All right, sweet. Give me the 1d6 and then multiply by your athletics.
Can Roll20 do multiplication? Yeah, right? Yeah.
Can it?
I think it has to be dot or asterisk. Maybe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or
Wow. Okay.
Well, Shibari got a 10, or not Shibari. Annalise got a 10. Hang on, I have to remember. Oh, I have notes somewhere.
Yeah, my athletics is 2.
Give me a hot second. Because you're gonna take some stress for that. You're feeling the heat from this almost military maid. Lifted shit better than you. Okay, so you're gonna take the damage, which is 10, and divide it by the attribute you used in combat, which was your athletics, so 3. So, and take that amount of stress damage, write it down. So 3 stress damage. This is a weird system, but
ignoring remainders, right?
Yeah, write it down.
All right.
So, 3 stress damage. Mona is not stressed. Did not participate. Did not win favor. But Lady Albia compliments Annalise and gives her 4 points of favor. Very
shit.
nice. Very good. Next time, Shibari will have her have her moment to shine. Okay, so you guys are driving back. Oh my god, Callie, please. Hang on. I know, but you need to not chew on that shit. Okay.
You're so fussy when she gets corrected.
She really is just a fussy baby.
I love her.
Okay, so it was Shibari, I think, who made, or Shibari and Annalise. Both of you sort of. I'm gonna have everyone do it. Fuck it. Suddenly the carriage begins to shake. I need to get into the mode of doing this fucking game the way it's meant to be done. Okay, so suddenly the carriage begins to shake. And despite your inspection, sort of you hear a terrible crack, and the cart jolts, and you each have a jolt of fear as you realize this may not be a comfortable ride for Miss Albia. This may even get dangerous. What are you guys gonna do?
I rush to go get some pillows.
Seems like an affection roll. I'll have you guys combat this out. Oh my god.
I think
Can we still roleplay like in dialogue?
Absolutely. I'm just kind of glossing over stuff because this is like the tutorial session.
Oh, okay.
I didn't read my power.
Yeah, you have a power. You can use your power.
I am going to try to climb out of the carriage to the driver,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to find a smoother route to our destination so that we're not going over so many of these bumps.
I'm going to say that's a skill. That's going to be an affection for Shibari and a skill for Annalise.
I would like to compete for Aldia's affection.
Yes. How are you comforting her in this rough journey?
I'm going to, let's see. I'm gonna bring up Taldia. I'm gonna be like overly empathetic. Like, oh, Miss Aldia, is the baby okay? Dude, that was 3 months. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make your affection known. Only 3 months.
I gotta play to my strengths. Let's see, D6 times asterisk. There you are. Oh, I gotta do the roll.
Oh wow! Oh, you really are not kidding when you have a claim to Miss Aldia's heart. She's very taken by your concern. She's, it'll be fine, dear. Thank you. Oh, thank you all for your understanding, for your comfort, and that's gonna be some stress damage to. That's gonna be some stress damage to both Annalise and Shibari, and Mona wins 4 points of favor. And then, so the stress damage would be 12 divided by the attribute you guys just rolled. And then round it down.
6? Okay. Oof. This is a very stressful job for me.
Yeah, it's very stressful. You really want to make a good impression. It's very important to you that you don't get laid off. And you're starting to feel some pressure from these other high-class maids. Clearly, you're part of a very skilled team. All right, so you guys have completed the tutorial or whatever. That's day one. Good job. Lady Serendro and you guys, you make it back. So the rest of the day, you have kind of to yourselves to decide if you want to make a pass at anyone else in the house, or if you want to do something special for the Lady Aldia. You can try that. Feel free to get wild, though, because I've got some wild stuff. I've got some wild stuff lined up.
How long would we have been working here so far? Like, what would I know of the rest of the masters?
You know enough. You're not new. You've been here probably 6 months to a couple years. Everyone. She started hiring 3 years ago or whatever, 4 years ago. You guys have been on.
Quick question. Are we coming towards the end of the first day?
Yeah. We'll say it's late afternoon, evening while you guys get back.
Quick follow-up question.
Yes.
Do we have like any kind of like an after-day maid meeting? Because I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. You guys have like a stand-up at the end of the day to make sure, if there are any blocking issues, that they can be resolved before tomorrow. So you guys line up again in the butlery, in the maid hall. And Miss Freeling is there, leading the team. She says, all right, Good work, Maid Team Alpha. Hearing positive results. Hearing shit got done. Very good. Do you have anything to report to me? Any problems, issues?
Yes, the suspension on the carriage seems to have been worn down.
Takes out a clipboard and starts jotting down. It's like, all right, we'll get a stable hand on that. We'll take a look. We'll get some repairs done.
On the journey to the country, it will be a much rockier road, so that is of most importance.
You're absolutely right. Good thought. Good thought. You get one favor. Just gonna make a note of that. Ms. Freeling will remember this.
Is this an opportunity to get more favor?
Any moment of any day is an opportunity to get more favor, as far as you're concerned.
Ooh, Miss Freeling.
Yes, Mona.
Well, Miss Aldi is in a very developmental time, and I prepared this list to the cooks of foods that she should be avoiding, and and I'm gonna try to make a skill check for this. Maybe like if and like saying I've maybe done my research.
Sure, go for it. There's single.
I don't know if
it's DCs for stuff like this.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say I don't know if it's a DC or a contest, but
go ahead and make it.
Oh
my God, you have done your research. Ms. Freeling looks this over, and you since it's like a house meeting, you have like the cooks there, and she hands it to the cooks, and they take a look, and they're like, yeah, this is very important. This is very legit. Oh yeah, I heard about that one. That's a good point. No cheese. All right. And they take a note of that, and you get 2 favor for that one.
Solid.
Alright. So I would like to try and after this house meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm figuring that of the 2 husbands, Walton is probably the easier one to make happy.
With apologies to Luke when I am forced to roleplay Walton.
Perfect, because I'm going after Elia.
Good.
So I want to use my cunning to see what would make his day better.
Okay. So you see Walton in the hall. He's actually Master Walton is usually sort of the one to take care of the baby Shanna. So you find him sort of in the sitting room, bouncing the little 3-year-old half dragon on his knee, and he says, "Oh, hello, Shibari. How are you today?"
Excellent, Master Walton.
Oh, good. That's good. And he's like, "Oh, don't fall, little one." So yeah, if you're using your cunning, how are you going to use your cunning?
Okay. Babies always, or infants by now, I suppose.
He's a toddler.
Toddler?
Yeah.
There's always something wrong. I want to examine what could be improved there.
Sure. Go ahead and do it.
Oh my god! So much.
It is a baby. I mean,
You kind of Butler explained some things. You kind of maid-splained some things to him about his child, and Walton's a good sport. He's kind of like, yeah. Oh, we should really have a physician look at that, I think. And I'm a physician, so don't worry about it so much. Sorry.
I'm so triggered. I'm so stressed out.
Yeah,
just unbelievably stressed at this.
we'll say you take a point of stress damage for that. Your own attack damage sort of backfires.
Shibari is getting the axe for sure.
Ooh. There might be something you can redeem yourself with. We'll see.
Did Annalise want to do something while that meeting with the Freeling?
Yeah.
I asked to be excused so that I can go have a bath.
Okay. You are excused. It's after the meeting.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, so I go have a bath, and then afterwards, I leave down the hall, and I'm heading towards. Where is Elian? I need to scope him out. I need to know where he is.
Master Elian, he's kind of a little bit of a shut-in. You can usually find him in his own private suite.
All right.
He doesn't sleep, so.
I'm making my way towards his private suite, but after my bath, I didn't get dressed. because Katie randomly rolled our characters' attributes and mine's exhibitionist.
I did think that was a good one to saddle someone with. All right.
And as I walk past the door to Elian's, I kind of backhand the side of the wall, just kind of make a noise like a thump.
Okay, so before you go any further, I'm going to tell you there is a core rule that has come up now that you've taken off your clothes. You get -1 on rolls per article of clothing you are missing. Because a maid's uniform is apparently the source of her power in this game.
Damn it. Okay.
So, you can. There are ways around this. Look at Kel's face in the corner. You can kind of give them. You could go for the striptease, for example. That way, you're not like removing all of your clothes at once, and you're still like sort of getting off on your exhibitionist tendencies.
Okay.
Also, there is a separate rule set, which I didn't think would come up, but now I want to do it.
I love what I've started.
I did not think that we would get to use the seduction rules. But here we are. Also, in your briefing, and sort of the alarm bells going off in your head right now, Lady Aldia is very adamant about the staff being professional, and that means usually not hitting on her husband. So they are polyamorous. However, there is a professional relationship that she sort of strives to maintain. However, if you aren't caught, then who fucking cares, right? Where the hell are the seduction rules? Here we go. Okay.
Seduction.
Here we go. All right. Yeah, you got to use affection or cunning. Possibly something else. But I think cunning is your highest. Is that?
No, I'm affectionate.
You're affectionate. Okay. Perfect. Da, 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 da. You're going to make an opposed check against Elian. It's a good thing I've made everyone's stats. All right. So you're going to try to seduce Elian. Why don't you take us through what's happening here?
I make a thump to draw Elian out of his study because I'm not going to just go in there. We'll say if my clothes are the source of my powers, then okay, I'm mostly dressed.
Okay, you're mostly dressed.
Mostly dressed.
You got like the short skirt on, or You got anything major missing?
Probably like let's say like I didn't tighten my clothing, like, you know, get everything nice and properly fastened. So it's kind of like a loose fitting uniform. I probably don't have my little headband on.
Okay.
I'm just letting my hair kind of free.
Okay. So you knock, and Elliot answers the door, and he says, yes, what is it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Master Elian. I stumbled. I didn't mean to draw you from your study.
Oh, not at all. And he sort of pauses because you're clearly not like just stumbling around. Sort of cocks an eyebrow.
Well, since you're here, well, I've been meaning to ask for so long, but since I might not be working for you much longer, I suppose now is just as good a time as ever, but I heard that you know a lot about black magic and summoning devils and those sorts of spells, and I wanted to know if maybe you could give me a small lesson.
I don't know about a lesson. The dark arts are not to be trifled with. But I could show you. I could. Why don't you come in? And he sort of lets you in the study. And he's like, "Why are you going around asking about dark arts? It's a dangerous subject, little lady."
It's just a bit of magic I was born with, but I'm very responsible when I use it. And I thought that maybe when would I ever have a chance to ask to see from the best?
Oh.
After this week, I might never see you again, and I can't bear the thought.
Go ahead and make your affection, because you see his little grin, his little Master Elian grin sort of appear when you compliment him about being the best at something. His dumb little ego goes off.
All right. What's the penalty?
A failed seduction is,
well, for the missing clothing, like, because I'm not properly dressed, but I am clothed.
You'll take a -1 overall, because
Okay.
you're just missing your headband, right? That's one article, and everything else is just kind of loose. We'll just give it a -1 to the end roll.
5.
Okay, so let me look at some stuff.
Oh, hey,
Okay,
little
yeah.
chunk. Mirabelle.
God, this is ridiculous. This game is ridiculous.
I love it. You cannot eat my pop filter. What the fuck?
Okay, so he's charmed, but he's not ready to really sort of throw open the gates for you, as it were. He smiles, and he goes over to his desk drawer, and he pulls out a little book. It's written in Infernal, and it's sort of handwritten little grimoire, if you will. And he hands it to you, and he says, "Why don't you start here? And next time He sort of looks at your blouse, which is kind of undone, and says, next time, why don't you see me when you're on schedule? And you're gonna take this is dumb. This is dumbly worded. You're gonna take 6 points of stress damage for failing the seduction attempt.
No.
It was a good effort. You don't seem to have lost his sort of favor or anything, but definitely didn't work as you'd hoped. He hasn't closed the door on you. He hasn't.
Okay.
He's like, come back later when you're clothed and presentable. Read this. This is your homework. All right. Anyone else doing anything tonight? We can go to the next day.
We all did something, so.
Yeah.
All did some. All right. We did this.
I wish Luke was here.
Oh my god. This would be so ridiculous. It's whatever you decide, Oliver. It's really just a hook for you to run with.
Alrighty.
All right. So, it is the next day. If I could keep a handle on this tab, I can tell you what happens. Okay. So, next day, morning maid meeting. We need more hands on deck. We're going to be packing shit today. So, maid team Alpha, you all worked very well together yesterday. I'm going to have you guys take the library, and we're just going to go through and decide, what needs to get packed up and what needs to get stored away. So, maid teams go. And you guys all sort of make your way to the library. And you're all sort of rooting around. I'm going to have everyone make checks for packing the library. Probably skill, but if you can make a case for something else, then I'll let you do it. And you're kind of just examining things and making educated decisions about where it would go in the grand scheme of this organization.
I want to look around and try and copy what the more skillful maids are doing.
Okay. We'll say that's pretty cunning of you to do. What's everyone else doing?
I'm gonna do a vanilla, which is to say, with my skills.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm okay going for skill.
And this goes here, yeah. And this goes here, yeah.
Very good.
I wonder if Roll20 follows the order of operations correctly.
Oh my goodness. My rolls are on fire.
Holy shit.
Oof.
Okay. All right. So this was technically not a combat. You guys are kind of all working together. However, wow, Mona's just on fire with her sorting right now, and she gets 5 points of favor for that. You guys are sort of wrapping up this little task, and Mona, being so efficient and good at this sorting shit, you actually find something. And now I'm going to make a roll on a sick table. Oh my god. This book has no organization. Is there an index? Is there a table of contents? That's exactly what happens. Oh, What is this? It appears to be some kind of magical wand. I'm just going to ad hoc this because fuck that book. All right. It appears to be some kind of magical wand. You're pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you could use this for something. You sort of test it out with your great skill, and it lights one of the couches on fire, and you're like, oh shit, oh god, oh no.
Wow.
The rest of you see Mona sort of light this couch up. You're the only three in the room. Thank God no one is seeing this right now. What are you guys gonna do?
I am going to run to fetch water.
All
And
right.
I'm going to try to come back with like 4 buckets of water.
Run fast and make an athletics check.
Yeah, I want to do like the taking in the groceries, power stance, carry everything at once.
All right.
Alright,
You guys can also try and fuck each other over, by the way. That's not against the rules or limitations of this game. Mona just lit up this couch.
I'm also going to athletics and run over there and try to put out the fire. How big is this? Is this like...
It's a sofa on fire. It's, we'll say, 2 D&D squares of fire.
Nice.
So that's too much fire for like me to just put out by hand. Is that?
Yeah, no, unless you were like a fire mage. Which I don't think you have any fire powers, but
Hmm.
you could probably smother it. You could probably start to try to smother it or start to move things away. That would catch.
I was gonna say, does it seem like mostly? All right. Imagining in the theater of mind
Yeah.
that most of the fire is on the cushions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a case. I'm gonna make a pitch for this.
Okay.
Tell me if it's bullshit.
You go for it.
I'm going to take the cushions and just flip them over.
Okay.
Hoping to be lucky enough that will just put out the fire mostly.
Okay.
And as well, it'll also hide the burn marks.
Okay. Very cunning of you. Go ahead and do cunning for that one.
Okay, I'll try
Quick
cunning.
thinking.
Well, times one is just a roll.
Yep. Okay.
Not
So
bad.
you try. It ouch. It burns your little cat paws, your little cat hands.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be working too good. It's getting really big. Oh God, Shibari,
Okay.
what are you doing? What are you doing, Shibari?
I am calling upon the dark tapestry, the void between the stars.
Oh yeah?
Yes. I raise my hands to this couch and beckon the cold of space to
All right.
and the void of space to smother this fire.
As Shibari's doing that, I want to throw a bucket of water, but also try to splash her as I'm putting out the fire to fuck with what she's doing.
Okay. We're gonna use your roll versus Shibari's will, because you're doing some magic, so I'm gonna say that's a will roll. Go for it.
Ah, fuck.
We're gonna see. Okay, so Annalise, you are not quite fast enough with your 4 taken in the grocery buckets of water. You see this cold blast come from the void of space from your coworker Shibari, and you're like, ah, fuck, I won't get that shit. And you try and fling the water on her to stop her spell, but you only sort of trip and it just kind of the buckets sort of fall over. y'all take. So Annalise takes 6 stress damage. And
If it was space, wouldn't it suck?
You know, it's magic, so you're not really sure what the fuck. You're good at swords. Not magic. Like, whoa, what the fuck? Why didn't that suck? Why did that cold?
So,
The hell? So 6 stress damage for you, and then the full 12 coming at Mona. Oh my god, you're super stressed seeing that perfect spell go off. You didn't even know she could do that. And sort of at this point, Lady Sarandoril comes in to sort of check on things, having heard a commotion, including a cat girl screaming about her burning hands, and seeing her combat maid rush with buckets of water. She sort of sees what's going on and is like, "Oh my god! Oh, there was a fire. Okay, wow. Good job, all of you, for taking care of that. Wow. Oh, gee, Shibari. I didn't know you could cast spells. That was very clever of you. You get 9 points of favor from me. That was nearly disastrous. Thank you for saving the house library. Wow, close call. How did this happen?
I'm sorry.
Did we see Mona do it?
It wasn't anyone's fault. No one tried to put a fire to the library, but I'm afraid Mona just... It looks like she found something...
a tear starts rolling down Mona's eye.
Oh,
it's
no.
nothing. It doesn't matter. We'll clean this up, Miss Sarandoril. Don't worry about it.
She sort of looks at Mona and says, Mona, sweetheart, what happened?
It was scary, Miss Aldia. I was just sorting the books really fast, and this wand came out of nowhere and fire. And I think I'm gonna use my passionate gaze,
Okay.
but I'm kind of frame it of a more oh, pity me, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just sorting the books.
Of course, you thing. You didn't know what you were doing, just sorting the books. So you get 2 favor for that.
And
you're gonna take your stress damage from using that power.
So I'll roll a d6.
Yeah. Cool.
So 2 favor and 3 stress, right?
Yep.
And also, quick question.
What's up?
You heal stress by gaining favor?
You spend favor. So if you have a lot of favor and you feel like you're kind of beating everyone else on the favor game, it might be worth it to spend a few favor to sort of heal your stress before you explode.
Okay, so that's how that works. Gotcha.
Yes. Okay, so Lady Sarandoril doesn't seem too phased. She does ask for the wand back.
Mm-hmm. I give it.
Since you sort of gave away it was a wand, she's like, oh my goodness, this must be left over from my adventuring days. I'm so sorry you had this little scare here, darling. I'll just take this away. And she does. And you guys are finished with your task. No worse for wear. Mostly. And you guys sort of have the rest of the day to clean up. If you want to try any free actions again, go for it. We'll say you guys get 1 free action a day. So here it is. What are you guys going to do, if anything?
I would like, in private, to talk to Miss Freeling.
Sure.
About Mona's carelessness in causing the fire in the library.
All right. You're gonna be a little bit of a narc. That's cool. That's cool. All's fair in love and war.
Yeah.
All right. Miss Freeling can be found at the end of the day meeting. You can approach her privately afterwards. She's kind of like, "Whoa, you saw that happen? Like, personally, or did you just hear about this?"
I was there.
Okay. Huh. Well, I was a little careless, but I'll talk to Mona privately. We'll see if we can sort this out. Thank you for letting me know. Miss Freeling is a hard ass, so you get 1 point of favor from her for being a narc. That'll go a long way when she gives your yearly review to Miss Aldia. And she's gonna track down Mona afterwards and be like, "Hey, are you okay? I heard there was some kind of fire in the library. What went down there?"
Oh, yeah, I'm all right. As like, she might see like a bandaged finger now, a few bandaged fingers. Yeah, I was just sorting through the books, and there was a wand there, and I tried to just gently grab and put it away, but it was already aimed towards the sofa, and
Okay.
I'll try not to let it happen again. Maybe I shouldn't just anytime I see one, I shouldn't even touch it.
Be careful. Yeah, there's a lot of magical shit in this house. Be careful about touching it. Maybe. I'm glad you didn't get hurt. Sorry about your bandages. Bandaged. Thanks for not letting it get too out of hand, though. I will remember that.
Yeah.
She sort of leaves you to your business. Mona and Annalise, are you guys doing anything tonight?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm actually gonna look for the baby.
Okay.
Or whoever has the baby.
Mona doesn't get any
Or I should
stress
say
with
the
me
toddler.
knocking on her? Come on.
All right. We'll say I'll give it a roll. We'll give it a roll. Let's see who has the baby. Lady Sarandaro is with the baby right now.
Oh my god, perfect.
You find them just sort of coming away from dinner, headed towards the we'll say like the parlor or something, or the sitting room, and she's kind of like taking her time, like walking. Like it's a toddler, so she's like, "Come on, he's walking. We're walking down the hall now." What you got for her?
What's the toddler's name?
This is Shanna.
Shanna. She kind of when she bumps into the hall, or when she bumps into Aldia, either across the hall or going around, take a good turning in the hall, she goes, "Oh, Miss Aldia, Master Aldia, and oh, little Shauna, how are you?" And just like she gets down, crouches down a little bit, and she's like, "Are you doing all right? Is everything okay? You're not being a fussy little 2-year-old, are you?"
Shanna just goes, it sort of squeals and like tries to grab your ears. Go ahead and make a affection roll for that.
Well, I was gonna let me.
Okay, yeah. What are you doing?
My pitch is like,
Yeah.
Miss Aldia, Shauna here is like her like cat ears being pulled. Shauna seems like in a very playful mood. If you'd like some time this evening, I could take her to the playroom. Watch her for a little bit. As like her hair's now being tugged a little.
She'll say, yeah, sure, of course. That would be a great help for me. The nurse is sort of off for the night, and well, yeah. Why don't you go ahead? And she picks up Shanna and sort of like hands her to you, like, Shanna, don't pull on her ear, sweetheart. And
oh, it's nothing, Miss Aldia. As a pain, like, almost a tear coming out. Affection. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're gonna play with the baby for a while.
Oh no!
Oh no! So Shanna's a half dragon. She doesn't quite look. She looks like this, but extra. This picture's
Okay.
not bad, but extra.
It's not easiest thing to find half dragon babies.
No, especially not like her. She's bouncy, and she has some sorcery. She has some half dragon sorcery magic, and she can jump. Like, what the fuck kind of dragon is this? She can jump, and she can just get up into the rafters if she wanted to. If there were rafters to cling to, she would be clinging to them. She almost hits the ceiling a few times, springing away from you, and she's laughing and having a good time. But Walton comes in and is like, "Oh, there's the baby. Why don't I take her? Why don't I take care of that, Mona? She can be kind of a handful. Not your fault. Not your fault, certainly."
As Mona's like on her knees, sweating, panting.
You're gonna take 1 point of stress for that. That was a stressful baby.
Oh man, what a fucking baby! Terrible twos.
It was
Absolutely.
almost a good idea until it was a copper half dragon. So what's Annalise doing?
I am going to take that grimoire that Elion gave me,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to go visit his study again.
I had trouble with this part. Leans in.
Alright.
This time I'm going to knock on the door with purpose.
All right. You got some purpose going on. Elian answers. Annalise. Well, all right. By the way, do you look prepared before I go?
I came professional this time because that's what you wanted.
Okay, you're looking well this evening. Please come in. What did you think of your reading assignment?
Oh, it was very interesting. I wanted to try casting some of the spells that I saw in your book, but I thought maybe it'd be better if I had some supervision.
Wise. Very wise. There. That's baby form.
What was that?
Just baby form up here.
Oh, I see.
Anyway,
Yeah.
he says it's very wise of you to ask for supervision.
I don't mean to be demanding of your time, but do you have a moment to spare now?
Yes. Well, I'm not doing anything at the moment that needs my attention. Why don't you set up here on my ritual circle?
I'm going to go to the ritual circle, and I'm going to... I brought my own supplies for summoning devils, because I totally have those, because I can summon devils.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go start setting up the summoning circle, and I'm going to, be on my hands and knees, drawing all the runes, and, I bend over a little too far, and maybe flash some panties at him. But, I totally didn't mean to do it.
Right. Well,
Get a little warm in there, wipe some sweat from my brow. Oh, it's so warm in here. And I set up and I try to summon the devil to impress him after my little show of setting up the summoning circle.
All right. Tempted to be like, all right. Well, your will and affection are the same, so go ahead and choose one of those. Whether you're going to focus more on impressing him or on actually performing the spell correctly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a will because I think I want him to. I'm gonna take a different route here. Instead of trying to seduce him, maybe he'll just think that I'm a really good student and that he should bring me to the countryside.
Okay.
The other stuff, that was just for me. That was just for me.
Yeah, understandable. Okay, go ahead and make your will roll. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, you perform the spell as written, and you summon a little imp, and he says yes. Oh, perfect. That was well done, and he banishes it instantly before it can cause any damage, or before you can fuck it up and let it get out of the circle or whatever. He says that was more progress than I expected you to make. Your quick study, and for that you gain 6 points of favor. And he's mildly impressed, and he sort of.
I'm gonna say to him, yes, I do have an affinity for it. I would love another lesson from you. I
love Oliver cracking up at this.
You're already teaching me so much, and I can't imagine having this end so soon.
He's sort of like, all right. His look, by the way, in the last 4 years, Elliot's gotten a lot better about just kind of like laying it all out on the table through his facial expression. And his face right now says, like, wow, maybe you're laying it on a little bit thick. But okay. I see you. And he says, well, why don't you keep reading that? Hold on to it. It's yours. And why don't you come back next time you would like some instruction.
Oh, thank you, Master Alien. I'll leave you to your study now.
Sort of nods and just dismisses you.
Alright, and that's it for me for the night.
Alright.
Kitty, what are you doing?
Kitty's interrupting.
Yeah.
Kitty's just beating up the blinds right now.
Oof. Not the Venetian blinds.
This morning she was playing with a piece of her kibble, and it slid under my door. So she sat there with her little paw under the door, rattling my door frame violently at 5:30 in the morning. I woke up scared. I thought someone was trying to like get into my room. It sounded like someone was shaking the door. And I look over and she's just laying there with her little paws.
Cat things.
Doing cat things.
Fucking cat.
Alright. It is the next day, and today your task is to pack the basement. To your knowledge, whatever goes down in the basement, you guys are kind of excited, like, ooh, basement. No one, I don't even know what's down there. Have we ever been down there? I don't think so. Where the fuck even is the entrance to the basement? But Miss Freeling shows you and says, all right, Maid Team Alpha, get down there, show me what you got. This is all stuff that's getting stored, so pack it efficiently. Make sure it's organized, make sure it's labeled. All right, go. And you're turned loose on the basement.
Yeah.
And it's sort of the same thing as before. I won't have you roll for it this time. But you guys sort of sort through these boxes. And it's kind of weird down here. It smells like really irony. Like, oh, like is there a lot of iron down here? And like, oh, maybe blood? Oh, it can't be blood. No way. Oh, that's silly. Here in House Sarandaril, the most esteemed house in the city of Code and, Cal, preposterous. You're in House Sarandaril, the most esteemed house in the city of Code and, Cal. Preposterous. You're in House Sarandaril, the most esteemed house in the city of Code and, Cal. Preposterous. You're in House Sarandaril, the most esteemed house in the city of Code and, Cal. Preposterous. until you sort of stack everything against the wall and see, in the center of the room, there's a large pentagram stained in blood. It's very faint, but quite large. And you guys are like, oh shit, there's something here.
I'll get the cleaning supplies. I'm gonna get some bleach and some rags or something.
All right.
No, they might.
They might need this. Wait.
They might want this here. We should check before we wipe it up.
You really think so?
I bet it's very important to the family. We should leave it alone.
Yes, clearly it's been used extensively. It's very hard to get such a good pentagram
But
as they have.
aren't there gonna be new people moving in here?
Are there?
The whole house isn't moved. It's just Aldia, Elion, and Walton, right? And just so the rest of the Strandros are staying.
The house is getting organized in preparation to move, but Morn and potentially Aegon could come back and live in the house, and if not, then surely some of Lady Sarandaril's children or grandchildren when they're older. So it's not being sold or anything.
I wonder who uses this then.
So,
Well, don't let it stain the boxes.
well, just hold here. I'm gonna go ask, and I would like to athletics and sprint out before the other two to get to Aldia first.
Okay. Is anyone else running to get Aldia?
I want to turn this into a race, and I want to try to get to Aldia first.
You guys are making contested athletics.
And I think we have the same stat too. So lucky die roll.
Oh. Wow, it is neck and neck. It is Maid v. Maid. But Shibari wins out. Shibari, you burst into Lady Aldia's study quite unceremoniously in your haste to get here. The stress of running, Annalise, has caused you how much? 4 points of stress damage? Yeah. So Aldia sort of looks up from her ledgers. It's like, is there a problem? Shibari, what's up?
Miss Aldia, we are getting the basement ready, but we found something that I think you may. That I think it would just be good to have your input on what we should do about it, if anything at all.
Okay. Sounds important. And she gets up and starts to follow you. Show me where it is.
And I lead her to the pentagram.
Okay, so you guys get down there. You definitely make it down there. Sort of as Aldia steps down and sees the full circle, which she kind of knew about, but has never seen in its full capacity or been near before. The edges of this circle begin to glow, and soon the whole pentagram is lit with this red light. And whoa, oh shit, something's activated. And Aldia, extremely worried about this. She's kind of like, ladies, you might want to leave now.
I'm going to run forward and draw my katana.
Oh my god.
No, Miss Aldia, I'll stay and protect you.
It's like you.
Miss Aldia, please go away.
You
I've got this under control.
What?
She sees
Holy
your
crap.
revolver, your brandished revolver, and your. She's astounded. She didn't know her maids were so well armed, nor magical. But then she realizes, like, oh, right, I saw you cast that spell. I suppose. She looks very shaken, but she's like, okay, do not. If this gets hairy, we need to run. Seriously. And Mona, are you doing anything?
Well, I was just gonna add, flavor wise, Mona's probably as freaked out as she was, if not more, about the wand, because in my head, as you guys were racing out, she got a little curious about the blood, and maybe she took a little lick, and now she thinks that maybe she caused all this shit. So she's a little scared. She's definitely more. If you look at her, she's like, maybe we should let everyone else handle this. And her cat ears are like flat, and she's a little spooked.
Okay. So, you somehow, all with your bravery, have convinced Miss Aldia to stay. You all gain 2 points of favor just for that. And you guys sort of wait to see what comes out of this portal. And y'all were not ready. It is a bearded devil, and it has a large halberd, and it is stepping out of the floor like it's a hell maw, opening up the basement. And Alia says, "No, that's much too large for all of you. Let's back away now."
I wanted, as it's stepping out of the floor, I want to impress Miss Aldia.
Okay.
With my devil summoning magic, as it is crawling out of this hole into our plane of existence, can I bind it to my will as if I had summoned it?
Try.
I want to try.
I'm gonna make a contested will with this devil. So why don't you go ahead and do that? Whoa, cow.
Ah!
Oh!
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So, this devil sort of brandishes its axe as it finally steps out onto the floor in its full form, and it's ready to swing. And you have been chanting there meditatively, making your hand signs like a fucking ninja, and it stops mid-swing, and Aldia, meanwhile, has been preparing a spell of her own, sort of just like stops mid-spell, like, that was not mine. And you have held the devil to your will, and you may give it a command if you so desire.
I say, back from whence you came, devil. with like a hand flourish.
Awesome. That is, that's impressive. The devil is disgruntled and confused that it would be summoned only to be banished. But then it supposes, yeah, I was gonna beat the ever living shit out of you. And it sort of just kind of sinks back into that hell mouth and is like, I'm not happy about this, but this little fucking kid, I don't know about that. And he's gone. The little portal goes real quiet. And wow, did you have the stuff to handle that? Let's see. Okay, Shibari gets 1 point of favor for sticking around. She also takes no stress because she didn't get to actually do anything with that combat, or I forgot to make it a combat. That was kind of my bad. But 8 points of favor to the banisher of the devil, Annalise. Albia is like, oh, okay. Could you always do that? Did we hire you knowing you could do that?
Wow.
No, my magical abilities were never inquired about during my interview.
I'm going to start adding that to the checklist. But all right. Very well done. Very well
Thank you,
done.
Miss Aldia.
She just kind of looks at all of you. Is Mona still in the room?
Yeah, I think she tried to be brave at the end, but she's still like internally shaken.
Okay. She's like, all right. You're all doing, I hear your code name is Maid Team Alpha. Maid Team Alpha, you are doing an excellent job lately. I'm glad to see you ladies step it up. It was right of you to come get me to try to solve this problem. And Mona, thank you for watching, holding down the fort. I'm sure it was my presence which activated this portal. But yes, very, very good job, all of you. I'm going to go talk to Elian now. Freak out about this. And she just kind of waves you off. Dismissed.
Mm.
And you all salute because you've been dismissed, and you leave. And you guys give your debrief, and you're free to sort of go about the rest of the day. With your free actions. If any.
Can we spend a favor to reduce stress at any time?
Yeah.
And it costs 1 favor to reduce how much stress?
1 favor per 1 stress.
And our stress just needs to stay below our spirit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it ever goes above your spirit, you explode.
And you're like out for the day, or?
Yeah, you're out for the day. In your case, you just drink the rest of the day away.
Okay.
Does your stress go down after that, or does it?
It stays for, yeah. So you're out for the day, and then it resets as you come out of your explosion the next morning.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm going to see. I'm going to go to Elion. And
all right.
Let's see. I would like to. So I don't know if you read the comic that I made, but Elion likes massages.
Awesome. This is good. I like where this is going. I'm going to put a pin in that because is Annalise coming to Elion's chambers tonight?
Yes.
Okay. You and Shibari get there at the same time by coincidence.
Oh, Annalise.
What are you doing here?
Oh, it seems that Master Elion has had a bad day today. So I've gone to comfort him. And what are you doing?
Wonderful. Well, I thought that some time spent with his new favorite pupil might also lift his spirits.
Fight.
Oh, you're his pupil. Did you put that down in the basement?
Of course course I didn't. I would never put Miss Sarandrill in danger like that. Why do I say Ms.? It's Lady Sarandrill. She's like double married.
It's true.
Well, it seems that that devil listened to you and obeyed you well enough.
She's really salty.
All thanks to Elion, really. He's already taught me so much.
That can make me choke.
It's very excellent.
I fucking love this.
Well, you both have yet to knock, but let's see if you sort this out beforehand.
Well, I doubt he'll be in much of a mood to speak about devils today.
You know, maybe you should just have your time with Elion real quick so that him and I can study later into the evening.
No one else is in this hall, by the way. You guys are completely alone. If something were to happen to one of you, well,
I just like clock you. It says, quick. A proper massage is never quick. Don't be ridiculous.
Well, Elion's lessons are very immersive and in-depth. In fact, we may get so lost in my studies that that you may not even have time to give him a massage.
Very well. Have your lesson. Sounds like the baby might need some help. And I storm out.
Thank you for seeing what's best for Master Elion, Shibari. And I straighten out my skirt and make sure that I'm looking prim and proper. And then I'll knock on the door again.
okay. That resolved surprisingly amicably.
I was about to draw my sword, all right?
More amicably than can be expected. But he answers, and he's sort of expecting you at this point, and he sort of nods you in, and he's like, well, what do you have for me today?
Did you hear what happened in the basement today? I could hardly believe it.
I did. I hear you handled it very well. Quite impressive.
Oh, it was all thanks to your grimoire and everything I learned from reading it. I appreciate what you've been doing for me, and I just really hope that I have the opportunity to serve your family for a long time.
He nods. He deeply appreciates that sentiment, and he says, well, you're quite talented, and you're quite capable, it seems. I hope to see you, for years to come. I'm glad you've chosen to work here. But please, you've come here to learn, and I don't want to waste your time. How can I help you tonight?
Are there any less dangerous devils that I might be able to summon to help with housework?
He's sort of, Well, You bound a bearded devil to your will. Perhaps an imp is not so above you after all, and imps can be bargained with to serve as familiars quite commonly. I'm sure housework is quite within their purview, if you'd like to try once more.
Would you help me bind an imp as my familiar? I'm not sure how to do that. I've never thought to try.
Being a witch, I could certainly help you do that. I'm skilled at that shit.
Can we try tonight? Can we try right now?
Sort of ponders this and he says, not that I doubt your ability or mine, but I think we should wait a few nights and make sure, I need some time to prepare if we're going to get you a familiar. And I wouldn't want my wife to panic over this. So why don't you come back in two nights hence, and we will get this going.
Oh, of course, Master Elion. Thank you for your time. And I bow.
Was there anything else I could help you with tonight?
Oh, no, not at all. Since I'm here, is there anything I could help you with tonight?
He sort of looks at you and is like, no, that would be all right. No, thank you. You're free to go.
I'll bow and I will see myself out.
All right.
Tonight, I will see if Aldia is busy.
All right.
Because I'd like to bring up or talk to her.
All right. Aldia, what's Aldia doing tonight? She's put the baby to bed, and she is going over just some ledgers. She's got the study room door closed, but you can knock.
I give a double knock, just doom, doom.
Enter.
I enter. Hello, Master Aldia.
Oh, Mona, yes. What is it?
I have to start off first with apologizing. I'm sorry. I come to you off hours professionally, but I just wanted to know if everything's all right. If, part of my job as a maid is to look after the house, but that includes its denizens too. Yeah. So with the move happening and whatever happened in the basement, I just want to know if everything's going all right with you. And maybe you don't want this relationship between us as professionals. And I understand that, maybe, if you do.
Just kind of looks at you like, I didn't think you were hitting on me, Mona, but all right.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
But
darling. It's all right. Calm down.
Not that I say that you're not attractive.
Deep breaths. You're nervous. It's okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, I totally scrapped that cool. I guess I'm not really plain or cool, am I?
I mean, what is the personality note for cool? Let me. Composed.
No.
No. That's all right. It's whatevs.
All right. Well,
Those are kind of just hooks, but I like this character better.
okay. As long as I have the DM's blessing.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't make a huge difference. The only thing mechanically is it
Because my
gives you.
powers.
I think it gives you like a +1 to one of your.
Oh, so it's just attribute bonus.
Yeah,
Dependent on
and
the
it's
type.
already been decided. So
That's yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
So I just wanted to make sure that everything's okay with you, and if I could do anything as a maid or as an acquaintance or friend even.
Darling, you're very compassionate and sweet. I'm quite all right. But if you'd like to help, maybe you could put the kettle on for me. I'm trying not to move around so much. In my pregnancy, my near-term pregnancy.
Of course. And I'll whip up some tea. I'll ask if she wants me to read her some erotica.
She's like, no, it's fine. I can read. Thank you, though. Unless you're actually trying to put the moves on her.
I'm not.
Okay.
It's just coming off like it's just like a weird side effect of her nervousness and like her.
Okay.
Things can get just misinterpreted.
Okay. Go ahead and make a affection check, and I'll just use the DC for a singular person doing this.
Oh wow!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, you win 5 points of favor for hanging out. Aldia's like, okay, yeah, thank you. She has you like, light the fire and put on the tea kettle, and then then you're sort of overdoing it a little, and she's like, all right, you can go, sweetheart. That's fine. Thank you. You're very sweet.
So, after storming out and letting Annalise alone with Elion, I'm going to Althea.
Okay. You wait until Mona is sort of done serving Aldia, having learned your lesson this time, to sort of wait and see what your coworkers are doing with your masters. My cat made a weird noise. And you approach Aldia, or you're going to Elion. Sorry.
No, I'm leaving Elion's going to Aldia.
Okay, you're going to Aldia. You wait until Mona leaves. You kind of wait around the corner. You sneak. You make sure she's gone.
And apparently I bring a cake too.
Yeah, nice.
We've got one. Sure.
You can bring her a cake.
Oh, and boba.
You can bring her a cake, boba from the kitchen. So I'll have you make a nice roll for that.
Yeah, sure. I bring Aldia her favorite midnight snack or whatever time it is.
Okay, we'll say it's time for fourth meal. You bring her a delicious fourth meal spread. Go ahead and make.
It's tiramisu, I think, or it's like a what do you call it? Something with mousse.
So, how did you prepare this? Because you have no skill.
No. The meal is not the important part that I'm going for.
Okay.
It's just
So you're laying on the charm then.
My intention. So, Shibari sucks. Miss Aldia, I'm a little bit worried.
Oh, thank you for the delicious cakes, my dear. By the way, she sort of starts digging in.
Oh, no problem.
What's on your mind?
Well, it's about Annalise.
Mm-hmm. The devil summoning. That was interesting.
Yes, and she told me that Master Elion has been teaching her how to summon devils, and I'm just concerned that this might bring Elion back to his old habits.
She kind of looks at you like, old habits? How would you know anything about that? What are you talking about? Old habits, darling. You're overstepping. She says, don't let me worry about that, all right? Just doing well on Maid Team Alpha, which I don't know why Miss Freeling came up with that name, but it's kind of cute, and I'm rolling with it. Don't worry so much, all right? Just do your best. Keep your head down day to day. Don't worry about your coworkers. It's better. It's better that way. Less stressful.
Alright. Well, she's been... I'm trying to think of a cunning way to phrase this.
Let me see if I can give you some cunning lore
Yeah,
to help you with your cunning qualities.
because that's...
Because I don't
cunning and
know
athletics is basically what I'm good at here.
This is like your deception stat. How capable are you with tricking enemies, other maids, deceiving the master? How quick-witted you are.
Okay. Well, if it's alright with you that she's visiting him every day, then I will speak no more of it.
Alright. I mean, don't worry about it. I'll look into it. Thank you for your concern. Your service to this house is appreciated.
And I curtsy him back out.
Okay. Were you going for any sort of specific, like, favor check? Because I'll give you a point of favor for that, unless you're going for something more actionable in the moment.
I'm going for a longer term.
Okay. You'll get
action.
another point of favor because she's been giving those to you. She appreciates you being forthright and honest continually. So 1 point to Gryffindor. Okay. So that was everyone. Good job,
Yep.
team. You all go to sleep.
Oh,
Is
I
the
have.
day?
I had a really fast little piece of psychological warfare for Shibari. But, I'm gonna have a bath, and then I'm gonna walk out into the maid common room. This is the maid space, the maids. This is where the maids are.
Uh-huh.
So no one will care if I'm just walking out with nothing on. And I'm gonna hey, Shibari out here. This only works if Shibari's out here.
Sure, why not?
I'm gonna sigh to myself, say, oh, what a wonderful lesson. And then I'm gonna look over and be like, he wants me to see him again in 2 nights. And flip my hair and walk to my room.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I've seen those statues.
You sure have. Wow.
Yes,
On your orientation day, they took you to see the statues. You could see the masters all lined up in battle and very exposed and glorious. You basked for a little. You're a little ashamed to admit that you basked for a little bit. Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna say that will raise my stress. That was effective.
You take 1 point for the psychological warfare.
Right. Good job, Tyler.
Well, we're gonna turn into like bitter rivals, and then Mona's gonna win just off the side.
Yeah. You just like played the long game, the long affectionate game.
Just gotta be endearing.
She's like the little lamb in fucking Negretsuko.
Yeah, that's totally it. Okay. The next day, y'all wake up. You guys sort of have a miscellany of tasks to attend to. And you're sent out to kind of there's been some follow up with the carriage, and you're sort of been sent to the stables to check the repair guy, make sure like he's getting stuff together. You give your accounts of what was wrong, what was going on, and once you're done with that, you're walking back towards the house. When you hear a squeal, you hear like a baby shriek, if you will. It's not scared. It's pretty happy, but it is blood curdling in the way that all baby squeals are. And you all look up and you see that on the roof is the little baby, the little Miss Shanna. She's just on the roof. How did she get up there? Who knows? But you sure do seem to be the only ones in the yard right now.
Oh no.
I gotta get somebody.
I'm gonna try and climb up there athletically.
All right. You're going for athletics. What's Annalise doing?
There's nothing I could do to try to beat her to the top, but then I could fuck up. I'm running out of stress.
You're running high on stress.
I'm running high on stress, yes. I mean, I've got a hell of a lot of will, so I have a lot of points left to go, but I don't want to. I'm not going to let Shibari win. I'm going to try. I'm going to try athletics up there too.
All right.
I can't just let her have this.
Mona, the baby seems to be looking at you, squealing happily, noticing you down there. It's kind of like reaching for you, like.
Okay, this is what's going through my head as a player. I know I could probably call this baby to me, or this toddler, but my athletics is 0, so I'm not gonna catch it.
Hey, you could go for luck on that.
I'm gonna go for luck.
Kind of luck for skillet, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for luck. So I'm gonna try to. Oh, little Shanna, who's a good girl? You gonna? Yeah, I'll just try to coo and baby talk her.
Okay. Why don't you roll your luck and see if this baby has any will to listen to you. Oh my god. And in some sort of fit of mad cat luck,
Yeah.
Annalise, sorry, I brain farted on your names. Annalise and Shibari, they are starting to climb the crenellations and the molding on this McMansion to the top, to the roof. They're sort of fighting each other as they do it and going kind of slow. Meanwhile, the baby is just fixated on these cat ears, and she just teleports. She just blinks down on top of your head and starts grabbing at your ears again. She's she's perfectly fine. She's totally fine. Y'all are gonna take. Annalise is gonna take 6, and Shibari is taking 4 stress damage. And Miss Freeling comes out with 6 favor points for Mona.
Oh, sweet.
Kind of came out to see what was the holdup with you 3, and sees the baby teleport onto your head, and is like, "Whoa, okay. Why don't you bring that inside? Why don't y'all tell me what's going on?" And you sort of give your debrief right there.
Not that it's psychological warfare, or not that I'm looking to cause stress damage. It's more that just what happened in my headcanon. When the baby teleported on my head, I'm like, "Oh, there you are, little Shanna," and I just like grab her little hand and have her wave at like the climbing Shivari and the climbing Annalise. Like, say hi to the other mates.
Oh my god, yes. I have a very good anime picture of what happened.
Yeah,
They
I
have
can see
both
it.
broken face as they tumble unharmed to the ground, but tumble nonetheless in anime fashion.
Great.
And yeah. So that was kind of a short one. You guys handled that pretty efficiently. But you all have another free night.
Hmm.
And then tomorrow is going to be Annalise's appointment. And then the day after that, it will have been a week since this week started. So, the week it's coming to a close. You got like maybe 2 nights left.
So
Make
this
something
is
happen.
day 4, day 5?
This is like day 5, I think.
Yeah, okay.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. We could say it's day 4 if you all really, really want to keep going. I can improv an extra day.
Tonight I'm gonna go to Walton.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Anyone else going to see Walton?
I did
Well,
wanna.
You guys might run into each other in the hall. But you're sneaky. You could also, and you know that y'all are afoot right now. You could probably avoid each other if you wanted to, or you could intercept.
Yeah, all the major houses have hidey holes for the staff to go through.
It's a bit of a squeeze for you 3. None of you are halflings, but you can make it work.
I don't think Mona would be sneaky about it.
Okay. Annalise, are you chilling? Or are you causing mischief?
Well, I think it doesn't want me until the next night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think tonight I'll try to earn some extra credit points with Alia instead.
Okay. Okay. We'll say there, you catch them alone. Just sort of in the, not late evening, but the evening. Who's going first? Let's do Alia first, since you're the only one gonna be going there.
I just trying to decide. Well, I guess it's for you to decide if it's going to be more skill or affection. But I wanted to use my free afternoon to try to maybe bake something. If there's a free corner of the kitchen, if the chefs aren't working, I want to try to bake a little treat for Alia.
It's probably gonna be skill if you're gonna try and bake it.
Yeah. but yeah, more skills and affection.
Yeah.
Is good cake?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll it. Oh, wow. You make a professional grade baked good of your choice.
Is that one of your like specials, the +3?
Yeah, I have hard work, and I add +3 to the end of any skill roll.
Nice.
Yeet.
Yeet. And I have made uh, an assortment of miniature scones of various flavors. There's some currant. There's I found some chocolate. So there's some chocolate in one of them. Maybe a bit of citrus zest in the third with a light frosting.
Wow. You bring these up to Aldia's study as another midnight snack, and at this point, it's becoming a pattern that her mates are starting to bug her this week with various things. She's nonetheless quite delighted at this. You're gonna get 6 points of favor for a nice snack, and she says, "Oh, these are delightful scones. Why, Horace used to make the most wonderful scones we would enjoy on our adventures." This really takes me back. Thank you so much, Annalise.
Of course, Lady Aldia. Can I read that she doesn't want my presence for very long?
Let me see your. Okay, you're actually Lady Aldia's favored maid types, which is a mechanic. She's not particularly bothered by your presence. She's kind of hamming it up, like enjoying the extra attention, but like obviously knowledge, like obviously she knows what's happening. She knows what you're trying to do. She's kind of taking advantage of it. Yeah, you can kind of tell she might not want you around a lot, but the favors are nice.
And I will just leave her with well, I'm happy that I was able to remind you of memories of your friends and your adventures. I'll leave you to rest, Miss Aldia. Lady Aldia. Fuck.
We'll say you're getting it. We'll say you're nailing it. It's just a little slip. Because we're not used to her title yet as players.
She's Miss Aldia in the Wednesday night game.
I know. But she thanks you and sort of waves you out, and you're good to go. And it is. We'll zoom over to Walton's room. Walton is just putting the baby to bed, and both Shibari and Mona, you guys are kind of waiting for him to be done, waiting for your opportunity to strike. You see each other in the hall. Like, oh.
Mona. Fancy seeing you here.
Oh, hey. You see her, she's holding what you'd probably guess is Walton's favorite drink, like either favorite tea or favorite refreshment.
So you've also gone and milked the cow, as I also have a glass of milk.
Yeah, well, it's good that Master Walton, knowing him, he'd drink both of these glasses, no problem.
Well, that's good then.
What's that?
Well, that's good then.
Let's do our best to make sure Walton is comfortable, and everything's all right for him.
I love her so much. You're really nailing the pureness of your maid type, by the way.
How can I be more Machiavellian about this?
Yes, how can you be conniving?
Yeah, it's hard with a pure soul. Well, you said we're just waiting for Walton to exit?
Yeah, or to be done. He's kind of like with the baby, but he's putting her to bed.
Okay. Just making sure we're waiting and we're not waiting to knock.
Yeah. We'll say you could knock whenever you guys are ready to go.
I kind of don't say anything for a few seconds, and then I look over, and I say, little Shauna's growing up so quickly, isn't she?
Yeah, she's growing by leaps and bounds.
Very clever.
I'm glad you're here, Mona. That you can just summon the baby to your head.
Well, it was a little luck too. But
Because that's the most important thing, is that we serve Lady Aldia and the family well, as best we can.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. No, I remind myself every day.
Though, I am worried about all the devil magics that's been happening lately, aren't you?
Devil magics. Well, it is a little scary, but I just think about it getting out of hand and Aldia or somebody else getting hurt, and I just, no matter what, I gotta be brave. Does it scare you, Shibari?
Oh, I have great faith in Master Walton and his double-slaying abilities.
Shibari's very genre savvy. Or plot savvy. But okay.
It's in the papers.
Right. Like the papers 4 years ago. Oh, I get it. She's a Sarandorel Walton champion stan. I get you. Okay, carry on.
I hope Walton doesn't take long. I know he prefers his milk cold.
Well, it looks like he's ready. And I knock on the door.
Just as he was like coming to the door to leave, to leave the baby and everything, he opens it. Oh goodness! Oh, you two startled me. Here, wait. Let me actually close the door. Here, I don't want to wake the baby. She's very hard to get to stay in her own room tonight. But I think tonight will be the night.
Oh yes. If you'd like, we brought you some cold milk.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm quite thirsty.
Well, we actually all brought it on our own, but we also brought it together.
Yes, and here's some chocolate chip cookies. They're your favorite, right?
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, you just had those hidden, didn't you?
All right, I'm gonna say you two are in combat at this point. So,
Is it affection combat?
So you have a 4 affection.
Oh god.
And Oliver, you might want to try combating that with something else if affection is not your highest. I'll give you some room to respond.
Okay. I'm gonna try and change the subject.
Okay.
And I want to ask him about Mitra
Oh.
as a potential new convert.
Oh wow. Sure. He would sort of talk to you about that all day long if he could. So I'm gonna say Mona makes an affection roll, and against your cunning roll, and we're gonna see if you can detract him from the affections of this cat girl. Ooh, that's a good roll. That's a good roll.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait. I rolled a 2, so it's actually 4. It'd still be 8.
It's still what?
Unless you want me to roll again.
Oh yeah, 4. Yeah, no, you're good. Okay, so 8. 8 versus 18.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that's going to be divided by 4 on your stress damage. You take 4 points of stress damage. It seems like Walton is just so like, oh wow, you know about Mitra, you know about follower Mitra. Well, let me tell you all about him. And he's like, I saw the light when I was just a lad in the Colosseum and just a young physician. And he goes on, and he almost forgets about the milk entirely. He's just so involved in telling you, and he sort of claps you on the shoulder, and you're like, oh, he's got a very heavy hand there on him, and he sort of leads you away. And you guys talk about Mitra the rest of the night. Affections for cat girl forgotten for now. So he does take the milk with him. He does seem to appreciate the milk.
As long as the milk's not wasted.
You're gonna get. Oh, I'm gonna give you advantage on that favor. You're gonna get 5 points of favor. We're talking to Master Walton. All right, because you rolled so high, I didn't want to give you just 1 favor for that. That seemed unfair. Okay, so the night concludes. All right. Next day. You're sort of going through stuff again. Next room in the house needs to be packed. We're getting to the real nitty-gritty stuff. Now we're going to upstairs. Upstairs is where the family lives, and y'all are a little nervous about that. You're going through the hall, actually, when you notice Master Elian's door is open, and he doesn't appear to be in. However, you do need to check that this room doesn't need anything packed away in it. So anyone that would like to look inside Elian's room is free to do so. You also notice it together since you're a team. Oh, look. That's odd.
Is this your campaign?
Sort of.
Yeah, it is our campaign world. Just sort of
Maidified.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. A little.
I mean, it can be canon eventually.
Someday. Maybe someday.
I'm absolutely making a fucking hexblade named Annalise von Coden for something. I don't know what yet.
Fiendish hexblade.
Wow. I think.
All right. It's going to be, for our final day, it's going to be a little freer than normal. It's unusual that the lab is unlocked or that his study is unlocked. But yeah, what were you saying, Johnny?
I was gonna say Mona's approach to this is I think I'm gonna go to Freeling first and
Okay.
clarify what needs to be packed. Does anything in Elion's need to be packed since the door was ajar? That.
She's kind of like going through some ledgers. She's a little distracted. She's like, huh? Yeah, I mean, like, just make sure he's not hiding any boxes in there. Flipping through.
All right. Yeah. Have they already gone in when I come back?
No, I'm waiting for you.
I feel like you have a knack for activating magical double circles, so I'm nearby, waiting for to come into swoop in for the rescue. That's what I'm banking on.
I'm waiting for Mona to come back with word of if we're permitted to go in there in Elion's absence.
Well, Mrs. Freeling said, just check for boxes mostly. So, and I'll go ahead and open the door further.
No,
Okay.
you should let me do it.
Does it matter who does it?
Elion is preparing for a ritual that he's going to walk me through tonight, and I'm just worried of any of his work getting damaged or messed up in the move. So I know that I can be careful around these summoning circles. I'm very familiar with them, so I'll just run in there real quick and make sure that nothing's disturbed and grab any boxes if he has anything to pack.
Oh, okay. I'll help you.
Okay. Just follow me closely then, okay? Don't touch anything except what we need to pack.
Oh, I will learn my lesson. Don't worry.
Good. Okay. So I'm going to lead, and I'm going to open the door a little bit. I'm going to go inside.
Okay. You do see some boxes stacked neatly in a corner. You see a lot of other things too. A lot of shiny. This looks kind of cool. There's a lot of potions. Is sort of nightstand table. Just hanging out. There are boxes though.
Oh. Well, those are the ones we need.
I'm going to very carefully walk over and grab one of the boxes.
Wait, check the floor for blood or pentagrams.
Elian keeps his room pretty immaculate.
Yeah.
It's large. It's there's no blood stains. Very neat. You're noticing, like, wow, does he have like a private maid, or does he just clean this himself? Like, who's cleaning in here?
Yeah, I give it a once over. Oh, wow. Okay. And I'll try to lift one box.
Okay. Do you have a 0 at?
I do.
Wow, you just you really struggle with that. That's a box you cannot lift.
Okay, maybe this one. No.
Anyone else gonna try anything?
I'll pick the boxes up instead.
All right, you're taking the boxes. Shibari, it occurs to you that there's a lot of useful shit in Elian's room, most likely. you care to look around, Annalise leaves with a box to take downstairs to the packing zone.
All
I don't
right.
know what Mona's doing. Mona's can't seem to lift any boxes.
Mona, why don't you go down with Annalise and make sure that it's all in order. She doesn't put it somewhere silly.
Is there a check for reading? Is there like a sense motive essentially, or would I just probably just buy into that?
I think it depends on what you think your character. If your character would be like gullible, or if you think they think something's up, or if they would be too distracted to want to do the right thing.
Yeah, I could. What are you gonna do? Do you need help with something?
Oh, I'll be down too. There's more boxes still, so I can get that.
Oh, okay. And I'll go down.
Okay. What are you doing, Shibari?
I don't know. What am I seeing?
So it seems like Master Elian left the door open, expecting you all to come in and take the boxes away. There's not a lot out except for these potions that he seems to have left on his nightstand, and they're all this dual-colored blue and red substance that isn't quite mixing together. It's swirling around, staying separate colors. Yeah, you're not sure what it does or what it is for, but he has a lot of them. Like maybe he uses them on a regular basis. Like a morningly basis.
I'm like, Well, I will grab a box or two.
Okay, you help out.
'Cause-
You all, anyone who takes the boxes, you get 2 favor.
Yes.
Oof.
Just for helping out. Tyler, you got 2 favor for helping out with the boxes.
My
Right.
favor is finally higher than my stress.
All right, and you guys, Elian does not come back immediately after your nightly stand-up. It seems like you're kind of panicking a little, Annalise. You're like, oh no, I hope he's okay. I hope I haven't set him too difficult a task to prepare this ritual. Oh my goodness, he's not back yet. But you sort of have some time before he does get back. All of you can choose to spend the night. The door is still ajar, by the way, unless you guys closed it. But it's still unlocked because y'all don't have the key.
Oh, I would absolutely close it on my way out.
Okay. It's still unlocked.
Okay.
So while you're waiting, you can take one additional action tonight. If anyone has any ideas.
Anyone want to go first?
Oh, I want to watch specifically for what Shibari's doing, because I want to try to find an opportunity for sabotage.
Okay.
Well, Shibari's gonna visit Walton.
Okay.
Mona's going to Freeling.
Okay. Are you going like after stand up or stand down?
Well, do I feel that she works late nights sometimes? Or is it mostly during the day thing?
She kind of tends to get everything done during the day, and then she works on personal things in the evening. So she's busy, but she's not like working busy. She's not on the clock.
I'll still give her a visit then.
Okay. She'll be like, "Oh, hey, Mona, how have you been? I've been hearing some great things about you lately down the grapevine. Take a seat.
Yeah, sure.
Care for a beer?"
Maybe a little. Well,
She pours you a glass.
thank you. Well, maybe not too much. Actually, I come to you because I have a free night, and well, to be honest, I do enjoy working. So I wanted to know if you have anything I could prepare that you would be doing tomorrow morning, and maybe I could do it tonight. Any paperwork, or if there's anything personal. I know I'm a maid, but I'm actually pretty good with paperwork too.
She's like, "Oh yeah, can you read? That's pretty impressive, honestly, in this day and age and economy, to find a cat girl who can read. I'm not really sure what you are, but I'm impressed anyway. I mean, I don't have anything like for you specifically, but I do appreciate the offer. It's real nice.
Do you think anybody else might need something? I'd hate to have a free night just doing nothing.
Aw, you got a pretty good work ethic, don't you, kiddo? Tell you what, let me think of something. How about well, tomorrow's kind of gonna be the last day before we get on the road. We're not like gonna do much heavy stuff. We're kind of set, ready to go. But if you want to double check, I could always use someone other than Cambra's to double check my ledgers. If you want to just kind of inventory the stuff that's left to load, here's sort of here. Let me get you my clipboard. And she goes and gets you the clipboard, and she's like, "If you could just double check these numbers."
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That'd be great. Awesome. Thank you. That means a lot. And I'm gonna have you make a skill roll to make sure that you check numbers correctly.
Yeah.
So if I have a skill of zero,
Jesus, be with me.
if I have a skill of 0, does that mean I'm illiterate?
No, maybe. You don't know. Maybe.
I missed that. What'd you say?
He was asking if he has a skill of 0, if that means that he's illiterate, and I was like,
Oh,
I don't know. It's all loose rules.
yeah, it is.
But with 18, like, holy crap, you get to work on that. On double checking, you triple check, you quadruple check, you almost don't sleep. Miss Freeling goes to sleep, and you would come back to her in the morning, and you would get 4 favor for completing her task successfully.
I feel like I'd come up in the morning and be like, "Oh, morning, Miss Freeling. I actually found two incorrect entries. They were mislabeled. The dates are switched around.
Oh, okay.
Everything else looks in order. I triple checked it."
Nice. Thank you very much. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, cool. I'll get this sorted. Nice work, Mona.
And you said 4 favor?
4, yeah.
Okay, thanks. Solid.
Okay. Solid. All right. Rewind back to the previous night. We have Annalise looking for Shibari to sabotage. Shibari, what are you in the middle of?
I go to Master Walton, of course.
You find Annalise creeping around the corner. Oh, gee, look who turned up.
Oh, Annalise.
What are you doing?
I'm doing my duties as a maid, of course.
Oh, well, So was I, of course.
Yes. Funny seeing you
I have
in the
zero
house.
cunning, so you know immediately that I'm lying.
Yeah, so funny seeing you in the house that we both work at.
Of course, yes. What a coincidence that we would be both here where we work and live.
Yes, it's such a generous offer. The position that we have. So many people out on the streets that would kill to have our jobs.
Yes, we're very lucky to work here, and I would go to great lengths to maintain my employment for the Sarandarills.
Yes, they are so pleasant. Aren't they? They don't beat us at all.
This is a girl with a past.
You know, I hear the
Anyway,
other houses
I
can be
don't want
quite
to keep
cruel.
you from whatever you were in the middle of, so...
Oh, that's
Whoa.
all right.
I'm waiting to see what you were doing.
Well,
It's a reactive night for me.
yeah. So you see, I've got my glass of milk and 2 cookies on a platter.
You feel like maybe she did this before, Annalise. Like this is a little scripted.
Well, if you'll excuse me. And I wait until Shayna is done.
Okay. Walton comes out and is like, oh my god, yes, I think it's happening. I think I can finally sleep. An entire night, just one night before we travel. Just, oh, please. Oh, hello. Hello, Shibari.
Master Walton. Here, you look so very tired. Let me lead you.
I like standing over her shoulder.
Sure. What? I just need to get across the hall. Thanks. Okay.
So, I will, like... So I suppose in this case, like, one hand holding the milk, the other arm, like, sort of going under his armpit and, like, walking him.
Okay. I can see it, yep. You lead him to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Where he sleeps. It is his bedroom. Olia is there, let's say. She's like, oh, how's it going? Hi.
Yes. Master Walton is very tired from the day.
Oh my god, the baby's asleep. Fingers crossed. She stays asleep. She's half elven, and I don't actually know if she needs to sleep or if she doesn't. We just sort of pray that she stays in her room for 8 hours.
Sorry, would you like me to watch over her tonight?
Maybe just watch the door. I'm assuming you have to sleep too. Don't interrupt your sleep schedule. But if you hear her, come get me and not Walton, because I don't want Walton to wake up again. He's really tired from the baby. The baby really likes him a lot. Sometimes she just pops in here to wake up Dad, and we really need to teach her to not do that. So if you could just come get me, that'd be great.
Of course, no problem.
Thank you. She dismisses you.
And I leave the glass of undrank milk and cookies in case he does wake up here.
Thank you.
not a lot of opportunities for sabotage with what she had going on. At the very least, I think I'm going to ask. Oh, I know it's been a long time since Walton's needed to use them, but since we're going to be traveling soon, maybe could I maintain his weapons, make sure that they're in a good condition in case anything befalls us on the road?
You know what, darling? You might want to double check because he's been so tired. I don't think he's been able to look after that sort of thing himself. So if you would play Squire, I would appreciate it. You carry a sword, so I'm assuming you know such things. You certainly do seem to know a lot of things that we didn't interview you for, but I'm so glad we hired you. This was a good hire.
Yes, Miss Aldia. Thank you, Miss Aldia. Lady Aldia. Fuck.
Same difference.
And I'm going to. Would this be skill?
Yeah, this is a skill. This is definitely a skill thing.
All right, let's skill it up.
All right.
Okay. And
yes!
Wow, I'm beginning to think the DCs the book provides are a little low for stuff.
I think we're just really lucky this one.
Maybe.
we'll
You're
see.
getting a
We'll
lot
see
of
that mine.
sixes.
Sixes!
Nat sixes.
Yeah, that's 3 6s out of 4 rolls. Pretty good.
Yeah. All right, so his equipment, you definitely check. You replace the bowstring, you polish the bow, you make sure the arrows are in good fletching order.
Well, you make sure his longsword is sharpened.
Yeah.
And like this fucking bow
It's
is
a great bow. It's impressive. It's like those Anne Orlando bows that fucked you up the other.
Hey, I don't want to talk about that. That's a fresh wound.
Nobody
Yeah,
wants
like it glows with magic. Like,
it took me an hour and 45 minutes after successfully doing it the first time because I forgot to sit at the goddamn bonfire.
Oh my god.
Lol.
Well, you got 3 points of favor for looking over stuff. Unfortunately, you don't really get a good opportunity to prove yourself. It seems like Walton sort of has this stuff on lockdown. But Aldia appreciates you doing that.
I'm going to Shanna's room.
You're on what?
I'm going to Shanna.
Okay, yeah. You're going in?
Yeah.
Okay, you go inside. Baby Shanna looks to be asleep right now. Seems like she does sleep. You get a little closer. Definitely part of her needs to sleep. Not full elf.
All right. Using the powers of the night sky and the dark tapestry.
Yeah.
I will, I don't know, imbue myself with sleeplessness, so I don't need to sleep.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay.
And I'm
You
just
stay
gonna
up.
just watch over.
You stay up and watch baby Shanna. She wakes up and she starts crying at some point in the night. You think, maybe you could try to comfort her. You also think maybe Lady Olga should be the one to do that, but you're also right here.
Well, I'm going to. Well, what kind of comfort do I think it might want?
It's just crying. Do you have any kids in your life? She's just crying. She probably just wants, she probably thinks a monster's under her bed. Wait, she's 3, right? Yeah, okay. She probably is, either wants parents because separation anxiety, or she thinks there's a monster under the bed. And she has noticed you now and is pointing and crying.
Well, I'm just gonna go through the checklist So I guess diaper. I've actually never had children, so I assume there's a checklist of things.
Always a checklist.
I think at 3, she's kind of potty trained.
Okay.
That seems okay.
So actually,
if she's got pull-ups or something.
so if she doesn't seem thirsty, I want to distract her.
Okay.
I'm going to conjure constellations into this room, like one of those star lamps.
Okay. You know some prestidigitation. So you do exactly that. And she kind of quiets down and she rubs her eyes and she's like, have it. And she sits down and she watches your light show. We'll say if you report this incident to Aldia, which we'll say you will for expediency. Nope. Sure. You get 2 points of favor.
Alright.
She appreciates you not springing immediately to get her and taking some fucking initiative in this house. Yeah. Callie, speaking of needy babies. Alright. It's late in the evening when, early morning-ish, when Elian returns home. He sort of isn't expecting anyone to find him, but Annalise, you've been dozing sort of in the hall, waiting, as this was the appointed night.
And he's still not here?
He comes in. It's real early in the morning, and he doesn't seem to notice you. He just sort of disappears into his room, or he goes to the door and looks around.
Oh, Master Elion.
Oh, Annalise, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't expect you to still be up. I was just preparing the last needed ritual elements.
Oh, of course. I figured it was going to be a lot of work on your part. Sorry, I must have fallen asleep a little bit.
If you're tired, we can postpone this. I wouldn't want you to lose sleep over this. It can be a stressful ordeal.
Oh. No, after all the preparation you've gone through, I'll be fine.
Okay. Then let's go and see what you're made of. And he takes you into the room where he's prepared sort of a little ritual circle again. And he asks that you please summon an imp once more and try to use your will to bind it.
Alright, I stand up real straight and I sort of get ready to ham it up a little bit for my somatic components. Start the ritual magic, weave my diabolic runes in the air, and I will test my willpower. Oh, that's not how you key in a roll in roll 20. 8 6s. 5's good.
Ooh, wow, okay, that just makes the number I had in mind. So, Jesus. I'm disappointed that this game is kind of going you guys' way.
I'm 2 points away. This is risky because I'm 2 points away from a mental breakdown.
See, I was hoping to give you that mental breakdown. But you seem to do it. I mean, you summon an imp just like before, and this time, Elian does not snap it away. He gives you the chance to prove yourself, and you hold the imp in place, as you sort of did with the bearded devil, and you do the thing. Elian is like, wow, very, very nice, very good, very excellent handling of magic. This imp should serve you, and he gives you 4 points of favor for that. And he says this imp should serve you, but do be careful. Sort of, they have a tendency to sort of ask for unruly things in return for their service, and if he ever gets out of hand, I suggest you banish him before you end up selling your soul to something unpleasant. If you need any help with that, I'm always here. Good job. You're an apprentice. You're some sort of apprentice witch now.
Thank you, Master Elion. I'll be mindful of its mischief. And as long as I'm under the employment of House Randarilla, the imp serves you as well.
He kind of laughs at that. He's like, well, I mean, sort of, but I get the sentiment. Thank you. Now, if you please leave me to rest, I've had a long night. Good night,
Of course.
Alex.
Of course, Master. Come on, Whiskey.
All right. The final night is over. Dawn of the fourth day, the seventh day arrives. Shibari, you're feeling you're feeling a little worn from that night of no sleep. It seems to be catching up to you just a little bit. But you're holding it together. Mona, you give your report. Annalise, you have Whiskey on your shoulder now, who may be invisible if you choose. Or, or just an imp. He's hanging out. I would say if you guys have any grand plans that you've gotten ideas for over the course of this would be the day. This is sort of the final day that things are going to be happening. There's no big tasks to do, like Miss Freeling mentioned. They're just going to be rolling out tomorrow morning.
Nah, Walton was too tired for my plan.
He's awake now.
It's too late now.
Everyone's sort of taking the day to collect themselves before they get on the road. He's actually really appreciative. He finds you in the hall and he says, Shibari, thank you. I heard that you recaptured some sleep for me last night, and I really appreciate that. He's got Shanna sort of in his arms, and she's being quiet. She's like, bah! Which is quieter than normal.
I think
no problem, Master Walton. It's my pleasure.
Right. Well, I think we're just going to take the day to ourselves then, if you'll excuse me. And he sort of walks off with Shanna. They're playing some kind of peekaboo game or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh,
little Shanna.
Yep. We'll just go in whatever order you guys are feeling. If you have any final schemes, now's the time.
I think mostly what I'd be doing today is just check up on everyone, be Master Aldea, Master Walton, seeing if there's anything else that need to be done, or also saying, goodness and wellness on the move and trip.
They appreciate how sweet and good you are to them, and
Yes, I also give Aldea one final passionate gaze.
okay, go ahead and roll your passionate gazes.
All right, thank you. So this is my favor and my stress. Oh,
Woo!
well, it works out. I get a little. I don't know how to interpret that.
You're really concerned this morning as you give your passionate gaze. You're just like you're overcome with a lot of emotion. Actually, like, oh
Yeah.
man, this could be it for me. I really hope I've done my best.
Very well put. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. You sort of take a minute by yourself in your room to recover.
If one could make an uwu with a tear, that would be my face right now.
That would be it. Yeah, I can see it.
So I'm gonna make sure that carriage is actually good now.
Oh, sure. You can make a skill check, a skill roll.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
You feel like you might stress too hard over, like, oh God, is this carriage working? I maybe won't risk it. Maybe I should just not explode today. Is your thought?
Actually, I'm gonna check with Cambries if there's anything he needs me to do.
Well, I've got all the ledgers in order thanks to a certain wonderful cat maid. What hasn't been done? Did Master Elian ever come back last night?
Yes, he did.
Cool. Thanks, Annalise. I was actually asking Shibari, but cool. I guess it was an open question. Well, I think just kind of enjoy the day.
The most enjoyable thing I can think to do today is to serve House Sarandoril. Please, I insist you give me some sort of instruction.
He's kind of looking at both of you, like awaiting orders, and like, wow, oh, woo, some real ethics. I don't know, that's some real work ethic, kids. All right. Let's see if there is a table on which I can roll for something to do. They don't really give you things to do. They kind of just give you
A framework, and then
yeah.
I know. I'm going to make sure that they have snacks for the road, and I'm going to try to make another batch of those pastries that all of you seem to like.
Okay.
I want to make a big batch so that everyone has some.
Okay.
I'm going to be the best maid.
may do this.
Holy shit.
Those are pretty dank.
They are pretty dank.
Those are like Horus plus level.
They're really good. Aldia sneaks a few like ahead of time because that's the kind of person that she is. She knows you're kissing ass, but she gives you 4 points of favor anyway. She's just handing it up. She's like, yeah, shower it on me, kids. I I'm here for it. By the way, Annalise, how are you? Elian's not like making you do weird things. I noticed you've been sort of seeing him a lot lately. Is there like an HR violation going on?
Oh, no. If I've just been going to him. You see, I have a natural ability for some of. How do I want to word it? I have an affinity for the sorts of magic that Elian, that I had read that Elian specialized in, and I was just asking him for a little bit of guidance. And it's paid off in short time. Look, I have my own familiar now.
Whoa, okay.
As Whiskey appears from invisibility.
She's like, oh, wow. He's really got you on the whole witch brigade, the whole team witch here.
Oh, well, I could always summon imps. I just didn't know how to make them stay with me.
Oh. Well, that's fascinating. Try not to let him force you into anything you wouldn't otherwise do.
Of course, I'm very disciplined. I wouldn't allow him to
Oh,
move astray from my duties.
I'm not sure why you used that word, but all right. Thank you, Annalise. Your skills are unprecedented. I'm not sure why you're a maid, honestly, with your skills. There must be some tragic backstory there, I'm sure. You will have to regale me sometime.
Are you sure it's not a very happy story?
Oh, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. It's quite all right. I understand. Well, enjoy your familiar. Try not to get into too much trouble.
It all started when I was I'll bow. I'll bow.
Right.
Nice.
All right.
I almost broke into it because I did think of a quick little backstory, but I'm going to spare y'all.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, my maid roots are illegitimate child.
They are, yeah. It's free to interpret however you like. Okay.
So
what you up to?
I'm going to go to Lady Aldia.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell her about the night and what I learned on how to keep the baby occupied, as it might be useful in the future, and I know that she's well capable of making that sort of thing.
Well. You're going to get 3 points of favor for letting her in on that little secret. She says, that's good to know. I'm not sure why I never thought of that. Actually, I could fathom a guess as to why I never thought of that. I have no idea what I'm doing. But thank you. I'll be sure to try that sometime. I have wondered how I got 2 such skilled magic users on my maid team, and I just you don't have to tell me your backstory if you don't want to, if it's tragic, but I do wonder, are you like, did you come by your powers naturally, or is there a reason you aren't studying? How much does an education cost these days? 10 gold?
I'm sorry. Is this being directed at me?
No, this is Shibari.
Okay, just double checking. Later
Yeah.
started messaging me and I got
Wow.
distracted.
Well, what can I say? Greatness attracts greatness, and you are just one of the most amazing magic users in all the land. I've read so much about you and the other masters. It's just an honor for me to be in this house at all.
Huh. I hope you've read the flattering things, not the unflattering things. Oh, I don't even want to know what you read. Never mind. Well, it's great to have you on board. Thank you for the hot baby tip. I'm sure it will come in handy on the road.
Yes, I assure you, all the fan fiction is very, very verbal.
Oh, excellent. I'm almost too scared to read it myself, but hearing a glowing review is good. Okay, that really reassures me. All right.
But would you like to?
Would I like to? Would I like to have fan fiction read to me? Is that what you're asking?
Would you like to see the fan fiction that
Oh,
I've read?
oh, no. Mm,
Am I taking that as a yes, no?
you could sense she could go either way. If you happen to have it on you, she wouldn't say no. You don't have to. Don't go out of your way. That's weird. No. I don't know. I don't need to see that.
No, so like I take one of the books that's nearby and just open it up, put like a thin stack of papers in there that I just happen to have.
Miss Aldia will remember that. She's gonna be like, yeah, all right, I'll look through this.
And then I curtsy and walk away.
You can see her peeking it. You can see her scoping it. All right. That's all the events I had for you guys.
Nice.
You managed to not let Aldia have her own stress explosion, which is good. That was definitely on the table. So good job. Y'all passed that exam. All right. I think if you guys have sort of done everything you've been thinking of doing with your skill set and everything, we'll just move on to evaluation day. Everyone, how much favor you got?
Oh, I'm nervous.
We got 33 from Shibari.
Oh! And this includes your starting favor, right?
Yeah.
Yes. 41
Shit.
from Mona. 47.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. What a turnout. It looks like Tyler wins a fate point.
Is that what was at stake here?
I put it in notes and Oliver didn't say no.
Oh, perfect. You got it by him.
No, I saw that. It's like, okay. Okay, sure.
I'm not sure what would have happened if Oliver won.
Everyone gets an
Elian gets a fate point.
Ellisman gets a fate point.
Ellisman gets a fate point.
Yeah. Oh boy.
This is fucking awesome.
Oh, what a great game.
This is great.
So
Oh
the
my
real question
God.
is anyone fired?
I'm fucking making this character now.
This is a good character. I like how your cult powers were like Eldritch-based Oliver. Like, I'm not sure what that was, but
So I went.
sure.
I went with the Night Herald cult.
Okay.
They an organization of magic users that seek to summon and control inhabitants of the unknowable void known as the Dark Tapestry.
So I was devils and you were Cthulhu.
Yep.
What the? Why is everyone like evil and shit?
I didn't know the cult would mean magic. I just kind of was like, fuck it. I rolled cultist on the table, and I was like, cool, that sounds good. I'll fill in the blank. And I also rolled devil summoner.
I was really happy when I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's got to be relevant.
Yeah, definitely
Whoa.
usable things.
What are you hissing at, Mirabelle? What's out there?
Alright, I'm gonna turn the stream off if that's all.
Is there another animal out there?
That's it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mirabelle's tail just went poofy and she's hissing at the window.
I mean, I guess we can go back to normal Ragnoth and do the parts that we don't need Luke for.
Yes.
Oh, I can't start that at 10:30.
That'd be something.
I love how you just like had this. So I was thinking,
Oh my god.
I was thinking Miss Freeling would be just Yorshka, who picked a name.
Oh.
But
Oh.
I like that you just had that on hand, and I liked the look of the character so much. I'm like, sure, this is a new character now.
Nice.
Oh no, I just looked up like Devil Maid and then photoshopped that a little bit.
That's a good one. I'm surprised it didn't come up with the extreme goth.
What were her abilities? I almost picked her.
So the way I did this was I made 4 character sheets with the types and the attributes and like personality. So it gave you all your stats and stuff, and it gave you your maid powers. And then for like which picture went with which qualities, I just kind of was like, I'll give them this set of qualities, and whichever picture, like, I'll just it'll just be kind of random. I didn't assign a picture with a character sheet. I just kind of made 4 character sheets and moved stuff around if I thought it was a little too off the wall for the picture. So, and I did that for a reason. I did that because some of you guys have stuff that bounces off of each other.
Oh, I see.
And I wanted like certain things to be in play at the same time rather than like make a character sheet for every character.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the thought process behind it.
Oh, hi, Chunker. I would do this again. This is fucking hilarious.
It's more like a lot of the stuff in the book is more like random anime hijinks driven. So it's kind of hard to like apply like their scenarios and stuff. And their stuff is so loose too. It's kind of hard to apply it to like Ragnoth things. But I kind of have a better idea of how this like would play in practice now, that I could probably write another scenario with more stuff to do.
Very good. Sleepy.
Sleepy. Yeah, that's all I got.
What are you hissing at?
Yeah.
I'm impressed all that lasted like 3.5 hours.
I'm happy it did.
Yeah.
I got to be a maid. Does anyone know if everything's all right with Luke?
Haven't heard from him.
Mm.
Hope things are alright.
Yeah.
Me too. Whoa. God, why am I so tired?
I am too.
I'm a sleepy peep.
Oh,
Yeah.
you Sybil picture?
A more accurate one.
Oh my god. Ooh.
Hmm?
So, I guess update number 3
Yep.
Oh no.
on Mr. Alan Menchu being called out by Carl Martin because Alan is a big old dick and has a bunch of posts equating like LGBTQ with pedophilia, and so Carl is just going to town on him. But anyways, let's see.
Yeah, wow.
Like, I feel that I should unfriend this person because they're terrible, but I'm also kind of a voyeur for this kind of thing.
That's a personal choice.
Let it unfold.
Yeah, does like being Facebook friends with a person necessarily mean that you endorse them? I don't think so.
No, it
You also
doesn't.
just follow them and unfriend them, right?
You can also unfollow them and
still
not
follow.
cause drama by
Yeah.
unfriending them.
Well, I don't mind causing the drama. The drama is why I'm here.
But if you still want to watch, you could follow. I guess that's an option.
Yeah, but like, a lot of times people post things that only friends can see, not public. And I wouldn't be able to see that if I unfriended him, so...
You're right. I'm not
Yeah.
versed in the Facebook.
And good for you, Johnny.
Yeah.
But, let's see, I had some stuff for Ragnath campaign, and my computer is just really laggy right now, I don't know why. Come on. It's kind of late to like really get started on any RP, isn't it? Maybe. What do you guys think?
If I get a drink of water, I will be good to go.
Yeah, let's have a little break, and then we will do a mini session.
My head hurts a little bit and I'm sleepy, but I will be more than happy to sit in and experience it.
Alright, good enough.
Okay, I'll be right back.
drink a bunch of tea and sleep as much as possible.
Yep.
Wait. Oh, okay. Sure.
That was my day today, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes Vicks.
Yeah. But
I heard the Vicks and socks thing works. It's like, is that a thing? Where like you're supposed to put Vicks on your feet and then you wrap them in like 2 socks.
Oh my god, my great grandmother did that. I feel like that's an urban legend.
Are you done with this cake?
Yeah.
Can I put it on your head?
oh,
Okay, I'm gonna go make you tea.
oh.
Feel better. Have fun. Who are you waiting for?
Are we all here?
I think we're all back.
Yeah.
Oh, you're waiting for yourself. Sorry.
It was amusing.
All right. So, roll them d20s to see what the fuck we did last week.
Oh,
Nani?
oh,
Because
okay.
heaven knows I need a reminder.
I don't remember. I have to look it up.
I have to load roll 20.
Uh,
Why'd I get rid of it? Don't save. There we go.
oh god, I thought Kieran was back, but it's Kieran, the horse.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, Ceylon is dead, so Kieran's like one of his big goals is accomplished. So he might not know about it. Looks like it's me, maybe, probably.
Oh, I guess I'll do it. I'm not really participating, but I will throw my hat in the ring for the recap. My head hurty.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Hey, look at that.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Do we roll? You want to roll
All right,
again?
it's a roll off. Oh,
Whoa.
Wow.
oh. All right, Jonathan.
Yeah. As soon as I. All right. So we got Sishin Nandacinco. Bahar, or I should say, Feebheart's first light. So yeah, we start with Fahar chilling, hitting up Kieran, hitting up Galahad, see what's going on. That's how he just he stays up, can't get much sleep. Pretty much stays out to the morning up until dawn. Once that happens, goes to Temple Saren Ray. They kind of have a small little meet and greet meeting, deciding on who would be the most appropriate first light for Saren Ray. It gets to the point where they have to bring in Saren Ray's herald, the Sun Lord, to decide who will be this first light for Feebheart. And of course, the Sun Lord deems Fahar the worthiest. At the Himes estate, we got classic breakfast, just a Walton Merlin Oswald breakfast going on when Cheshire starts mucking things up. Cheshire returns, and now we know that he knows everything. Or at least most of it, a lot of it. But it turns out he wants to help with Bahamut. Keep putting Baphomet. God damn, I say that. Bahamut. Is it really just a letter off? Or what's the right way to say spell Bahamut?
Bahamut.
So a letter, no P, no P.
You're several letters off.
Oh, Bahamut. Thank you. Now I know. Damn, I see tentacles. Okay. Leaves us at the Himes estate with a little message saying, hey, don't worry about the apple and the body. Should get that taken care of. What happened then? Yeah, we have a little bit of a phone conference, updating each other on everything. We accept the fact that Cheshire will be helping in some capacity and try to keep this a bit of a secret, at least from Elion. We set up Vulcan to go to the spine. Which will happen soon. Fahar teleports Feveheart, scouts the ruins, makes plans for the next day. I don't remember this part. Yeah, did you just yeah, it was just all
I swung in, checked to see
Scouting.
who was. Yeah, see how many people were stationed watching the sword, what the cleanup effort was looking like in Febar, and what the cathedral is looking like. Just in preparation for the next day.
As one does, as they are the new First Light. Get a little bit of history on Cheshire. Pretty odd history going on. I feel that's a hook. That's a hook in development, maybe, or at least a little bit of lore. We finally make a little bit of progress on Minoka, and I'd say we make progress, and eventually we get this progress from. Oh yeah, how could I forget the fucking scene with the wonderful halfling shaman?
Oh my god, I almost forgot about that.
Really great scene.
It was good.
Kind of knocks Oswald on the head a bit, but helps us out for a small price. We follow instructions. We have Manuka, and then we're all just kind of working on our individual errands now. Elion's going to do the satchel. Walton Oswald. We're not, yeah, and we kind of ended on going to the dragons right as we were about to meet.
Really?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh God, we ended around the
So I can
dragons.
just put these on whenever.
Yeah,
And then
just peel this off and go in.
Oh, that's right.
I wonder what you have planned for us, Oliver.
Yeah, especially if we're not
All
doing
right.
stuff with Luke.
So
We fast forwarded through that day to the evening where we're going to talk to the dragons. So I guess there's anything to do between that time.
there are several plot hooks here.
Okay.
To do in that meantime. As Merlin now has Namoka, and also the spell Akashic Communion.
And the apple.
And the apple. But the apple's for later.
Okay.
You're the apple of my eye, Merlin.
Honestly, I have no idea what any of this stuff is for. I'm not really too worried about it.
Minoka.
I'm just gonna trust that whatever everyone's part in this is gonna happen.
All right. So, as sort of a test run using Akashic Communion before actually looking into how to make a Mythalar, Merlin uses it to learn more about the Dreamweaver's vestments. And so he gets a really big bonus on that, I think. Let me look that up again.
Did Merlin have to take Minoka while doing this?
No.
Or
not on
since
this
it's
one.
just the garments, you... Okay. Take it, Merlin. This one, you also pop it. Just pop it.
kettle.
That's a dope tea kettle.
Thank you. I got it at a Chinese store.
Wow.
Yeah, was it Chinatown? No.
No, it was.
Been one of those.
I don't know, but they didn't speak any English in the store, so I just had to be like, "How much is this?" And they were like, "Whatever."
Nice.
Okay. Cast iron, pretty nice. Came with little cups too, 4 of them, but he needs a big teacup. Okay, bye.
Okay. Character sheets. Merlin. And this is... Okay. It can't be right. No, that's Maka's. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's 15, that's 2. Okay. So, he... Aldia, being with Elion right now, is not present, but other people that are there, you guys watch him cast this spell. His eyes go white, like bright white, as his vision goes out into beyond this reality. He's muttering stuff, and it's like watching someone have kind of a stroke of what the spell is doing, and after after 11 minutes, he returns, and he's like, "Oh boy, oh, that is a spell." So, are you guys ready to break into His Supreme Draconic Majesty's treasury?
Oh fuck.
Well, what? Why would we?
You could just ask.
Wait, I thought it was Moriarty who had the treasure we needed.
No, Moriarty had the satchel, but it got stolen by Zinna, because apparently Zinna knew what it was and wanted it for Fixie.
Damn my satanic roots. Okay then.
So, apparently... Alright, so it is on Elysium. And at that point you hear Cheshire just have a really loud cat stretch. It's like... Hey. 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 Hey.
I'm not here. But someone should answer the cat.
What do you want, Cheshire?
Oh, I can get it.
Oh. So, well, to be honest, I thought you might be appropriate for this.
You're all real bad at sneaking. I watched you.
Yeah, you probably are better, considering your size, at us. Of that. Alright, well, Merlin, what does he need to know? What? I guess we could get you there.
Well... So, are you saying if we dropped you off in Elysium, you can get it? Maybe. What do you got for me? do we have for him, Oswald?
What does a cat that wants for everything want? What you want me to make you an offer, Cheshire? I mean, this is gonna help further bring back Bahamut. Isn't that what you want? We're working towards a common goal here, right? And as I try to diplomacy a cat, which I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't even an option.
I'll let you try it.
Sorry, 1 minute. I didn't have his character sheet open. This diplomacy 10 with a d6.
It's like, how about your thumbs?
It's always thumbs with you. My thumbs, personally?
I want thumbs. Actually, your thumbs are old. Someone else's thumbs.
Trisha, calling somebody's thumbs old is on the rude side of the spectrum. But I will ignore your comment in the spirit of allying. All right. I can work, I suppose, on something, mechanical or otherwise, that would emulate the functionality of thumbs.
Okay.
Is that good enough? Yes. All right. I give you my word, Cheshire. This is it's not a thing I break, ever. But yeah, I suppose we have a deal. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me. Flash forward like 10 years and Ragnoth is ruled by cat lords.
Oh, we'll see about that. Alright. So, Cheshire, I just need to take you to Elysium. Fahar, do you have a spell like that prepared today?
Plane shift? Hell no. That was not on the list of things to do today. I don't even have a tuning rod for Elysium, actually.
Alright, how speak it is. Oh, let's go to Elysium then. Do you know, where in Elysium His Supreme Draconic Majesty's treasury is? It's kind of... I imagine it's kind of like saying, hey, let's go to Ragnoth. Right, we've had this problem before. Joshua just looks at Oswald.
Elite. As a player, do I know what that is?
Elysium?
Yeah.
It's one of the planes of existence.
It's one of the good aligned things.
Yeah, so there is Heaven, Nirvana, and Elysium. Heaven is the lawful good, Nirvana is neutral good, Elysium is the chaotic good. And give me a knowledge planes.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you know, Elysium is essentially like a paradise, in the like jungle paradise sense. It's a plane of vast amounts. It's like the plane of freedom, kind of, and it's like always summer, like going to Hawaii, really cool. Rainforest cafe.
Well, in that case, I tell him everything I know.
So give me a knowledge and ability on where your best guess would be.
Let's see. Probably.
You think you may need to go to the library on this one.
Mine's tapped. Gotta check some references, boys.
Alright, so while you do that, I don't know if I want to do the dragon encounter without Luke. Do you think we could?
Yeah,
He specifically said he wanted to get sassy with him,
He
so
wants to get sassy, and I want to see him get sassy. Quite honestly.
Yeah.
we're here for the sass.
Yeah, most definitely.
Alright.
Was there anything else we had to do?
I'm fine putting a pin in it until we have Luke next week.
Alright. Well, in that case, let me set the scene. So, that evening, after you return from the library, come home, this is at the Heim estate, of course. Oldia is out and about, but the rest of you guys are there. Come on, roll 20. So Merlin is in conversation with Nizat about their preparations, and this is so fucking laggy. Jeez.
We have a grid here.
We do have a grid here.
And
And, of course, Sibel, you have been sent a message from Merlin to discuss plans on Toiva. So you're coming. You're coming, you're down. You're at the bottom there. And everyone hears a somewhere in the street, but close by. And immediately Nizat springs up from his chair and warns you all something's coming.
Okay.
And we will start next session there.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll bust out the Sybil cheat sheet next time. It's a doozy.
You know, for the sake of the narrative, right, and for all the things we're trying to do at the same time,
Yeah.
wouldn't it have been way smarter just to combine me and Merlin's plans and have the holy city of New Feebheart also be a slave-free halfling metropolis?
You know what? That would have been a good idea.
Me and Oliver had a very long discussion about how hindsight is 2020. I think I'm gonna I've been compiling a lot of post-mortem notes about how you can improve quest flow.
There are so many things I can improve. Oh my god.
I'll tell you something. I see patterns that are very familiar to me because this is my day job. I don't want to step on your business, but I think I have some tips. But for now,
I'm
we're
open
just going
to
to continue this plan.
criticism. Yeah, if I were writing this campaign as a book, it would be very different.
It's not writing it. You don't want to write it as a book, and I think that's what the mentality is. You want to write it like a quest, and I'm going to give you some tips for how to do that.
All right,
but
good.
For now, we're a little deep in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of strings that could be snipped or woven together.
Right.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's not too late to combine me and Merlin's plans. Really, we haven't done anything with Toyva yet. We could just be like, "Hey, King, you can have your land back. We're doing it somewhere else."
Good.
I mean, you could. I mean, my favor was to free slaves, so it's not like it has any gameplay ramifications on us.
Well, Newfibart is an option for the slaves to go to. I feel like that's too much to change at this point for the narrative that we've got going. But anything else you guys want to bring up?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel really strongly about the fixie thing you shared with me, if only because I think it was really cool the way you had it before, and I'm super bummed that you second guessed yourself is the thing, and it would have been really good, but no, it's fine. Hindsight's 2020.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I know, it's okay. Just your instincts sometimes. Not all the time, because sometimes instincts suck.
Yeah, I had some real bad ideas. Real bad.
Well, ideas are almost always bad. I have a lot of bad ideas. Constantly. I don't know. We'll see.